Hi everyone, today in Integrated Math 1, we're going to go over Chapter 11, Lesson 3. Here are your objectives. Make sure you write them down in your notes. Let's go over this key concept, slope of a line. In a coordinate plane, the slope of a line is a ratio of the change along the y-axis to the change in the x-axis between any 2 points on a line. Slope stands for the letter M of a line containing 2 points with coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, and y sub 2 is given by the formula. M is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1, where x sub 1 cannot equal x sub 2. So another way you can remember this is the change in y over the change in x, or the rise over the run. Alright, so we can have 4 different kinds of slopes. We can have a positive slope, which goes up from left to right, a negative slope, from left to right, it goes down. Zero slope, it's a flat line, and undefined slope, it goes straight up and down with no angle to it. One easy way that I remember all these different kinds of slopes is with Mr. Slope Guy. So here's his little face. I'll explain it in just a second. Alright, so this is Mr. Slope Guy. So remember we talked about positive slope goes up from left to right, and it goes up, which is why we have this plus. So this is positive slope. Then from left to right, this one goes down, which is shown with that negative sign. The negative slope. Then we have this straight up and down line, which stands for our undefined slope. And if you look at his nose, it makes like a U. And last but not least, we have this line here, which stands for our zero slopes. Remember, if you're looking here, it looks like his cheeks are zeros. So that's how you're going to remember this one, as zero slope. And there we go. Easy way to remember our different kinds of slopes. Alright, so slopes of parallel lines. Two non-vertical lines have the same slope if and only if they are parallel. So same slope means that we have parallel lines. And all vertical lines are parallel. Vertical is straight up and down. Slopes of perpendicular lines. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if the product of their slopes is -1. Vertical and horizontal lines are perpendicular. So notice here how line M is perpendicular to line P. So our first one line M has a slope of 4. If we want to find the perpendicular slope to that, we want to find the reciprocal over 1, and it's going to be flipped. So we have 4 over 1, which then changes to 1/4 times the -1, which is how you get your new slope of -1/4. Alright, so first we're going to see about our parallel slopes. So as you see here, we have the same slope. So we have a rise. In our case, it's going to be a rise of 0.5 on both and a run of 1. And as they are changing, they are both remaining the same slope. So that's for parallel slopes. However, when we are dealing with perpendicular, this one's going to be different. So as you see, the way it is right now, it's saying if we have the slope of line A, which is 2/3, then the slope of line B is -3 divided by 2. We had the reciprocal, which is 3/2, and multiply it by -1. And that's how that changes. So let's see if I can change this. So this changes as well. Slope of line A is 3. Flip it and multiply by -1. That gives us -1/3. And there we go.